Okay. Then, so we created three procedures. The first one is without parameters. Second one with input. Next one with output parameters. Now, so now, for example, like let's see one more example. Then like there is one table. What the table is? Accounts table. In this, one is number, one is type, one is what? Balance. So 100 type is savings, balance is 10,000. Not one like 20,000. Now, so I want to create a procedure for money withdrawal. Create a procedure for money withdrawal. I want to create a procedure for money withdrawal because this is not one-time action. This is repetitive action. For repetitive actions, better to go for procedures. Okay, then now so create or alter. Okay, create or alter. Then procedure. Procedure name is debit. Hello. Procedure name is debit. What the input to this procedure? What we have to pass to this procedure? We want to debit now. For debit, what we need to pass to this procedure? What procedure requires? But the input to the procedures, we have to pass what? This procedure has to do money withdrawal. For doing money withdrawal, what procedure needs? Account number. Which customer wants to do withdrawal? So it needs account number plus how much amount. How much amount he wants to withdraw. What is the account number plus how much amount? So then we have to pass. How to pass values to the procedures? Parameters. So how many parameters you declare? 2 parameters. One parameter is for account number. One parameter is for amount. So I'm taking one parameter account number. How to declare the parameter? At the rate parameter name, parameter type. What the type of this parameter is? Integer. Next. So we pass value now to this parameter. We pass value now or parameter return the value now? We pass value to this parameter. That means what is the parameter type? Input parameter. So if it is input parameter, do we need to declare input? Do we need to declare input? No, because default is what? Input. So for input parameters, no need to mention. Next one. What is the next one is? Amount. How much amount you want to withdraw? So amount. What the type is? Money type. This is also input. So we pass account number. We pass what? Amount. Next, what procedure? Next, after withdrawing, your balance is updated or not? Yes. After withdraw, your balance is what? Updated. Then procedure should return updated balance. So because like so you are withdrawing from ATM. You are withdrawing this amount from ATM. This procedure should return updated balance to the ATM machine. ATM machine will print that balance on the slip and the slip is given to the customer. On that slip, it will print available balance. Yes or no? So then you have to send the available balance to the ATM machine. Then how to send the balance to the machine? Here, mission means that is front end application. So you have to send the updated balance to the front end. How to send the updated balance to the front end? Take out parameter. What that is? New bal. What the type is? Money. Then what this is? Output. If it is output parameter, compulsory you have to mention. But for input parameters, no need to mention. For output parameters, compulsory you have to mention. Next one, as. So next. So one is for account number, one is for amount, one is for updated balance, to return the updated balance. Okay. Next. And first see this. Next here, before you start this transaction, first I need to, there are two validations here. What are the two validations in this? Okay, na? In this transaction, money withdrawal, there are two validations. Then tell me what are the two validations banks will do. First one, they verify that account is valid account or not. Account number. You pass account number, no? That account number is what? Valid or not. Next one, account number is valid. Okay. Then next, second validation is amount. Amount is what, sir? Amount is sufficient or not. Balance is sufficient or not. So the two validations. The first validation is account exists or not. Second validation is what? Balance is sufficient or not. Then so first I'm declaring two variables. One variable is what, sir? CNT1. Just first see this. CNT1 integer. Next one, second one, balance. What this is? Money type. I taken two variables. The first thing what I want to do is I want to check account exists or not. Then tell me how to check account exists or not. To check account exists or not, see, this is in every validation, in every transaction. So this is compulsory, this validation. What this is? The first validation in every transaction is checking account exists or not. Account is valid account or not. Then to check account valid or not, then how to check? What is the logic to check? You're passing account number, na? So I want to check whether this account is there in the table or not. If account is there in this accounts table, that means this account number is valid account. If this account is not there in the accounts table, then it's not a valid account. Yes or no? Then tell me how to check whether this account is there in the table or not. You pass account number, boss. Then suppose the account number you passed is 100. 100 is there. So then it is a valid. You passed some account number 999. It is not there in the table. Then it's not a valid account. Then tell me how to check. I'll go to this class. I'll go to some class. Anyone is there with name Srinivas? I'll ask. Nobody's raised the hand. That means no student is there. One student raised the hand. Then that's all. Same logic you implement here. Yes or no? Then select what's counts are from accounts where account number equals to @ account number. You're passing some account number here. You're passing some account number. What you're doing? Counting the number of rows. Assume the value passed to this is 100. The value passed to this is 100. So if account is there, counts are returns. Account is there in the table, bars. Counts are returns what? Counts are returns. Don't tell me number of rows. What is the value I'm asking? Direct. Then account is there, counts are returns 1. Account is not there, counts are returns 0. That's all. This is how you come to know account exists or not. So you're counting number of rows with this account number. If this account is there, counts are returns 1. Account is not there, counts are returns 0. But I want to store this value into a variable, because in the next statement I want to check that value. I want to check the counts are value. So then store this value into one variable. How to store this value into one variable? You know now, select statements, how you write at the rate what? CNT1, CNT1 equals to. So what is this query gives? Number of accounts, number of rows with this account number. If account exists, counts are returns 1. If account does not exist, counts are returns 0. So that value is assigned to CNT1. Suppose let's see if what's at the rate CNT1 equals to 1. Then 0, sorry. CNT1 is 0. CNT1 is 0 means account does not exist. Then customer can proceed or we have to stop. Stop. He is not allowed to continue. Is not allowed to continue the transaction. Stop the transaction. How to stop? Is doing illegal operation. His account is not there. I want to stop. Roll back up. Has it done anything? Have you done anything? Update, insert, delete? No. Then why roll back? When rollback comes into the picture, if you do insert, update, delete, then rollback comes. Without doing insert, update, delete, no use of rollback. Yes. And then I want to stop and I want to show error to the user because he is doing illegal operation. Then raise error. Raise error. Raise error. Then, so what is that is? I want to print a message. What is the message? Invalid account number 15, 1. So if this condition true, exception is raised. If exception rises, then control is transferred to. When exception rises, control is transferred to catch block. But I not included the catch block. I'll include the catch block. So then once again, here what's it? What is that is? Begin try. Next one, end try. So what is the next one? Begin catch. Next one, end catch. So if this condition true, exception rises. Exception rises. Sir, okay. Next. What is the next? Suppose first validation is completed. Next, second validation. What is the second validation is? Because this is withdraw. This is withdraw. Customer is withdrawing. Then we have to check balance is sufficient or not. Then tell me how to check balance is sufficient or not. So then you want to check the balance. In this program, you want to check the balance. To check the balance, first get the balance. Without getting the balance, how can you check the balance? Yes. Where is the balance? Balance is there in table. Balance is there in table. So get the balance from table to this program. How to get the balance? Select what? At the rate bal equal to bal from where which customer account number equals to at the rate account number. So this query will get the balance. The balance is assigned to this variable. Now you know the balance now. Now when you know the balance, now you can check the balance. You can check the balance is sufficient or not. So how to check balance is sufficient or not? Compare the balance with what's it? Amount. Compare the balance with amount. And then suppose if what? Amount. Amount greater than what? Balance. If amount is greater than balance, then withdraw is allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Withdrawing more than the balance, then not allowed. Then stop. How to stop? Raise error. Raise error. Then insufficient balance 15, 1. Okay. Next, if this condition true, exception is raised. When exception rises, then where the control goes to? Exception is raised, then goes to catch block. So next statements are executed or not executed? Not executed. Next statements are not executed. Without executing the next statement, control directly goes to catch block. Suppose this condition false. This condition false means exception is not raised. When exception is not raised, next statement is executed or not? Yes. Now it will get the balance, check the balance. So balance is not sufficient. Amount is greater than balance. Then exception is raised. Then control goes to catch block. Execute the statements in catch block. But amount is less than balance. If amount is less than balance, then what? Amount is less than balance. If amount is less than balance, withdraw is allowed or not allowed? Allowed. Withdraw is allowed. When withdraw is allowed, then what you do? So his balance is 10,000, is withdrawing 5,000. Then is withdrawing 5,000. Then so update the balance. Then tell me how to update. Update. Then what? Accounts set balance equal to balance minus amount, where account number equals to account number. Update account set balance equal to balance minus amount, where account number equals account number. So balance is updated. Okay, na? Then okay, fine. So he wants to withdraw, his balance is updated. After updating the balance, then so front end application is expecting new balance. I want to send the updated balance to the front end. Then what? So then where the balance is updated? The balance is updated in what's that? Accounts table. Now again get the new balance from accounts table to this program. Then what? How to get the new balance? Select what's that? Select balance from table is accounts table, where account number equals to what's that? Account number. So getting the balance. But what is the aim? So if you write query like this, query will print the balance, but I don't want to print the balance. I want to send the balance. Then if you want to send the balance, assign this value to one out parameter. Yes or no? You already taken a out parameter. Assign this value to the out parameter. How to assign this value? What? New val. New val equals to. So then new val equal to val from accounts, where account number equals to account number. Sir, okay na? So what is new val? What is this new val is? Output parameter. Whatever is assigned to output parameter, that is sent to the calling program. In the calling program, you receive the value. Yes or no? Okay na? Now, so what this procedure is doing? This procedure is first what? Checking account exists or not. If account not exists, then raising the exception. Next one. So if account exists, then get the balance. Getting the balance from database, check the balance. Balance is not sufficient, then raise exception. If balance is sufficient, update the balance, send the balance to the calling program. Send the updated balance to the calling program. Yes or no? Then so, but here, if exception is raised, where the control comes to? Control comes to catch block. Control comes to the catch block. Then in catch block, what you do? In catch block, sir, once again, if any exception rises, I want to send the error to the front end. Okay, na? If any exception rises, I want to send the same error. Whatever error is raised, same error I want to send it to the front end. Then here also send the error to the front end. Okay. Then how to, like here also you do one thing. Okay. So here also raise error. Here also what's it? Raise error. That means in procedure, you are raising the error. When the error is raised, this error is sent to what's it? Front end. Okay. Then, but what the message? Raise error takes 3 arguments. Bars. First argument is message. Second argument is severity level. Next one is state. Then raise error. What is this? Is message. Message. What is the message? So here, if it is invalid account number, then you have to send invalid account number. So if it is insufficient balance, you have to send what's it? Insufficient balance. So then whatever exception is raised, so tell me where this message is copied to. How to get this error message, boss? When any error is raised, boss, how to get the error message? Error handling functions are there now. Huh? Error handling functions are there. There is a function. What is the function? Error message. What this function returns? Error message. This function returns error message. So once again, store this message into one. See here, set suppose what mhg. What is that is? Error message. What is this function returns? Error message. Suppose if this exception is raised, what is the error message? Invalid account number. If this exception is raised, what is the error message? Insufficient balance. You are storing that into some variable. So declare this variable then. So at the rate, what is that is? mhg varchar of what's that? Some 100, etc. So store this into one variable. What is the next one? What is the next one? Raise error. What is the first one? mhg. Next one 15 comma 1. Next one and catch. Okay, then so same error I am sending it, I am raising. Understood or not? Then so let me create this once again. Okay. Then so first check table is there or not. Select start from what accounts table. Okay, then please boss. You can talk boss. Like we'll have a class after your discussion is complete. కొంతమందికి అవసరం లేదు సబ్జెక్ట్. వాళ్ళు వాళ్ళు తెలుసు, వాళ్ళు నాకు తెలుసు వాడు ఎవడో పని లేకుండా వస్తుంటాడు. వచ్చి ఏం చేస్తుంటారు, పక్కన వాళ్ళతో డిస్కషన్, సొల్లు కబుర్లు, ఏముండదు. వాడికి అవసరం లేదు, వాడికి అవసరం లేకపోతే రాకండి, వస్తే కామ్గిను ఇల్పు బస్. నేను సొల్లు కబుర్లు పెట్టుకుంటా, నువ్వు చెప్పు, క్లాస్ చెప్పు, బట్ నీ మాత్రం సొల్లు కబుర్లు పెట్టుకుంటా. ఇదేనా? ఫ్రెండ్స్ కలుసుకోవడానికి ఇదేనా ప్లేస్? చాలా ప్లేసెస్ ఉన్నాయి హైదరాబాద్లో. So let's see then now. So create this, okay, then create the procedure. Now, okay, so procedure is what created. Next, after creating the procedure, I want to execute the procedure. Okay, I want to execute the procedure. So but procedure is created with what? Out parameters. When you are executing this procedure, you need to take what? Variable. You need to take a variable. So how to execute? Declare what? At the rate something, suppose some b, I'm taking a variable b, what the type is? Money type. Next, execute the procedure, execute procedure name. What the procedure name is? Debit. Yes or no? What the procedure name is? Debit. Procedure name is debit. So but this takes 3 parameters. The first parameter is account number. We have to pass value to the account number. So what the value is? Account number is 100. Next one, amount. Amount is what? 1000. What is the next one? Third parameter is output parameter. Yes. Do we need to pass value to this output parameter? No. Then Do we need to pass value to this output parameter? No. Then, so output parameter send the value. It send the value. We have to receive the value. For receiving the value, you take a variable and use this variable at the rate what's it b and declare this as what output. So the value 100 is passed to account number and value 1000 is passed to amount and anything is passed to this one? No. Then next, and what we are doing is counting the number of records with this account number what's it 100, counting the number of records with this account number 100. So any record is there with account number 100 in table, any record is there with account number 100? Yes. What the counts are value? 1. So condition what's her? True. Condition true. Then what happens? Exception is what? Raised. Exception is raised. So when exception is, sorry, account is there now, count is what, sir? 1. Sorry, condition false. Condition false. Then exception is raised or not raised? Not raised. Then what is this query? Next one, balance. What is the balance of 100? So selects are from what? Accounts table. Selects are from accounts table. What the balance is? 8,000. Then, so balance is 8,000. 8,000 is assigned to this variable. What is the amount passed to this variable? What is the amount here? 1,000. So 1,000 is passed to this one. Amount is 1,000, balance is 8,000. Is 1,000 is greater than 8,000? Condition false. Exception is raised or not raised? Not raised. Then update the balance. Balance is updated. So what the balance is? 8,000 minus 1,000. Balance is updated with 7,000. Next one, select what's it? New balance. So this query will select the balance. The balance is assigned to this variable. What is the new balance is? 7,000. So 7,000 is assigned to at the rate new bal. But what is at the rate new bal is output parameter. The value assigned to output parameter is passed to b and prints b. Print what? At the rate b. So how much it prints? Print 7,000. Yes or no? Okay. So what is this is? This is what? Execution. Okay. Then Then now can now. So again run with what, suppose here, then I'm taking account number what, 999. Okay, na? Calling the procedure with account number 999. That is passed to, this is passed to account number. Okay, 999. Amount is 1000. And first one, how many records are there with account number 999? 0. Count is 0. Condition what's that? True. And then what happens? Exception is raised. When exception is raised, where the control goes to? Catch block. Catch block. In the catch block, what is assigned to MSG? Error message. Again, you are raising the error. So this procedure is raising what's that? Error. Okay, na? Then. So let's see. What is this is? Invalid account number. Exception is raised or not? Yes. Next one. Account number is 100, but his balance is 7,000. No? Current balance is 7,000, but he's withdrawing 10,000. Okay. Then next. What the account number is exists? What is the count value? 1. Count is 1. Condition false. Balance is 7,000. What is the amount you entered? 10,000. 10,000 is greater than 7,000. Condition true. What happens? Raise error. Then control goes to catch block. So MSG, raise error. Raising error with this message. With this message. If exception is raised with this one, and I want to raise the error with this message, otherwise with this message. Then now let's see. Insufficient what's balance? Yes or no? Then now clear. But suppose, for example, in this example, sir, I do one thing, like 1 second, let me copy this program. So like in this example, I create the procedure without catch block, try catch block, without try catch. I remove this try catch. Then tell me what happens if I remove this try catch block. Same thing, but without try catch block. What happens? Same, huh? No? See, suppose here account is not there. Account number is 999. Account number is 999 means account is not there. What is the count value? 0. Count 0. Then what happens? Exception is raised. When exception is raised, then it will show the error message. But program execution is continued. Next statements are also executed. Sir, if account is not there, do we need to execute the next statements? No. Sir, understood now? That is the problem. Without try catch, with try catch. If try catch is not there, then exception is raised, but execution is continued or stopped. Continued. If try catch block is there, exception is raised, but actual execution of the program is what? Stopped. Then control is transferred to catch block. Execute the statements in catch block. So that is a difference. Now, which is better? Taking try catch is better or not? Yes, that's all. Okay, then so that's all. So this is like examples for procedure. Okay, na? Then next you try some like procedures. One is I created a procedure. Now create procedure for money deposit. Create a procedure for money deposit. Second one, create a procedure for money transfer. Create a procedure for money deposit. Create a procedure for money transfer. Okay, you try this then. So money deposit means same thing, but what is the difference here? Here also, what is the first validation? You have to check account exists or not. This is common or not? Yes. Do we need to check the balance? Huh? No need to verify the balance. In case of deposit, no need to verify the balance, but in case of withdrawal, we need to verify the balance. This is not required. This is not required. Next one, update, but not minus, what? Plus. Next, this is common. That's all. Everything is same. Only this is not there. This will not be there. This will not be there. You don't need to write this. Then next one, instead of minus, what? Plus. That is in case of deposit. Next one, money transfer. Transfer amount from one account to another account. Okay, source account, next target account, next transfer. So you have to check source account is there or not. You have to check target account is there or not. Here you have to check balance is sufficient or not in this. So here how many validations? 3. In the previous example, how many validations? 2. But here 3. What are the 3? One is source account is there or not. Target account is there or not. Amount is sufficient or not. Okay, that's it. Next one. What the next one is? User defined what's it? Functions. User defined functions. So then in SQL, like we have covered some number of functions. What that is? One is upper, lower. Next one, upper function, lower function, seasonal function. Okay. Next, max function, min, sum. Okay, na? So all these functions are what? Predefined functions. Functions provided by SQL server. Apart from that, we can also create our own functions. Functions created by user are called user defined function. Okay, na? So in SQL we have seen predefined. Now what we are going to see? We are going to see user defined function. But when predefined functions, when we go for user defined, because Oracle is SQL server is given number of, okay, na? Then when SQL server is given number of functions, why you want to create your own function? Why you want to create your own function? When predefined functions not meeting your requirements, and we create what's it? Our own function. Okay, na? Our own function. So like suppose example, I want to calculate what's the tax. I want to calculate the tax. So any function is there for calculating the tax? Is SQL server is provided any function to calculate the tax? No. Okay, but I want this tax calculation in 20 programs. In all the 20 programs, I want to calculate the tax. In 20 programs, you have to repeat the code for tax calculation. Instead of repeating the code in 20 programs, create a what function, and wherever you want, you can call. Okay. Next, I want to calculate interest amount. So in number of programs, I want to calculate what interest amount. So instead of writing the code in number of programs, create a function, and wherever you want, you can call. Then that means the main purpose of creating procedures and functions is what? The main purpose is reusable. The main purpose of creating procedures and functions is what? Reusability. Okay. Then, so, but how you define a function? Like, once again, functions created by user are called user defined functions. Functions created by user defined functions. And when predefined functions not meeting our requirements, then we create our own functions called user defined functions. Okay. Now, then, but what is the definition of function is? A function is also a named TSQL block that accepts some input, performs some calculation, and must return a value. Named TSQL block that accepts some input, performs some calculation, must return a value. That takes some input, performs some calculation, must return a value. So what is the difference? If you compare the definition, what is the difference between procedure and function? You consider the definition. If you consider the definition, what is the difference between procedure and function? What is the definition of procedure? You see that. What is the definition? Procedures, what? Everything is also a named block that accepts some input, performs some operation, and may or may not returns a value, but function must return a value. So what the difference is? So for functions, returning value is compulsory. For procedures, returning value is not compulsory. So that is the main difference between procedure and function. For function, returning is compulsory, but procedures returning is not compulsory. Okay, then next. Next one. So and functions are two types. Functions are two types. One is scalar value, another one table value. Scalar valued functions, TVF, table valued functions. Functions two types, scalar valued and table valued functions. So first we'll see scalar valued functions. Next we'll see table value. Okay, then first we'll see scalar value. Next we'll see table value. So scalar valued functions, these functions returns one value. Scalar valued functions, these functions returns what? One value. Okay, returns one value. What is the return type? Return type must be scalar types. What is the scalar types means? What are scalar types means? Integer, built-in types, varchar, they're all called scalar types. Integer, varchar, date. Okay, na? All these data types are called scalar types. What is the return type of this function? Must be scalar types. So these functions returns one value. Return type must be scalar types like integer, varchar, date, etc., etc. Okay, then. So how to create? You have to create like this. Create or what? Alter function name. Create or alter function name. Next one. Next, this is parameters. Okay. Next. Then what is the return type? Return type. Next, as begin, returns begin. Here you write statements. Finally, return expression. Next one, end. So if you compare this with procedure syntax, what is the XI here? You compare with procedure syntax. Procedure name. Next, there also parameters as statements like that. But if you compare with procedure, what is the XI here? Return type. Return type and what's it? Return statement. This is not there in procedures, but this is there in what? Function. So how procedure returns values? How procedure returns values? Procedures can return, cannot return. Procedures what? Definition may or may not returns a value. May or may not means possible or not possible? Possible. It can return the value or not? Yes. But how procedure returns values? How procedure returns values? After taking, so yesterday three examples. Yesterday 3. Next one today, what's that? One example. Then how to procedure? How to return the values from procedure? How procedure returns values? You should not say variable like that. You have to say just only one statement. That is using output parameter. That's all. How procedure returns values? Using output parameter. Okay. How function returns value? Function returns value using return statement. Procedure returns values using output parameter. Function returns values using return statement. So like return expression is number. Return type must be integer. Return expression is string. Return type must be varchar. Return expression is date. Return type must be date. Okay, then. So if this is number, this type must be number. If this is string, this type must be varchar. If this is date, this type must be date. So what is the return type? Return type depends on return expression. Okay, then. Now let's see, for example. Okay, then, for example, then So now what I'm doing is just I'm creating some example, create or alter function name. So function name is calc sum. Okay, create or replace function name calc, brackets, parameters, declare the parameter a integer, at the rate b integer, a integer, b integer, at the rate op care of 1. So this function is created with three parameters. The first parameter is a, next parameter is b, next parameter is op. Then what the returns type? Returns what? And returns, this function should return either a plus b or a minus b or a into b or a by b. What it returns, a by b, a plus b na, a minus b na, depends on value passed to op. Op means operator. At runtime, I'll pass operator to this parameter. The value passed to this parameter is plus. A function should return a plus b. Okay na? What the return type is? A plus b, a minus b, a into b is what? Integer. If you add two integers, result is also integer. So then returns what? Integer. As next one, begin. So I'm taking a variable. What the variable is? Declare at the rate what? Suppose c integer. Okay na? Declare c integer. So I taken a variable c. Now suppose here, if check the operator, check the operator. What is the operator? At the rate what? Op equal to plus. Then op equal to plus. Then what? Set c equals to a plus b. A b values are what? Added. Result is assigned to c. Next one. What is the next? Check op. Else if at the rate what? Op equals to minus. Then set at the rate c equal to at the rate a, at the rate b. Next one. Set op equals to star. Then set what? At the rate c equal to a into b. Next one. Else set c equals to a by b. A by b. Okay na? Then so depends on the value passed to operator. You have done the calculation and the result is assigned to c. Now finally function should return the value na? Yes. What this function should return? Where is the result? C. Result is there in C. Return C at the rate what? C. That's all. That. This is just how to create function. Sir, procedures are created for. I'll give the difference. Procedures, functions, difference. But procedures are created for what purpose? Procedures are created for inserting, updating, deleting. For DML, for DMLs, create what? Procedures. For calculation, create what? Function. Okay, that. Can I? No. So after creating, what are the next? After creating the function, next what we have to do? Execute. But functions can be executed from SQL commands. Function can be executed from SQL commands. Function can be executed from, executed from what's that? What? Front-end applications. Procedures functions mainly created for this purpose. So create procedures in SQL server database, call it from front-end. Okay, then. So like suppose here, there is a program. There is a TSQL program. This is TSQL program. Okay, na? You written some TSQL program. I want to call this program from what? I want to call this program from select statement. I want to call this program from select. Then compulsory you have to go for function. Compulsory you have to go for function. If it is a procedure, you cannot call this procedure from select statement. If it is a function, you can call it from select statement. Sir, okay now? So if it is a function, you can call it from SQL commands. But if it is a procedure, you cannot call it from SQL commands. If you want to call some program, TSQL program from SQL command, then compulsory you have to go for function. Okay, then. So let's see. First create this. Create this. Then create this. So function is created. But where it is created? Where it is created? Database. Where, how to find it? Where? So then object explorer. What? These are all programs now. Then you have to go to programmability. Then next functions. One is scalar value and table value. Scalar value, table value. Now this function is scalar or table? Scalar value. So expand this. DBOCALC. Function is there or not? Yes. Then next, I want to call this function. Then how to call the function? You can call the function from SQL commands. What that is? Select command. Select what's it? DBO dot. Select DBO dot. Then function name. What is the function? What is the function name? CALC. Suppose 10 comma 20 comma what's it? Star. So I'm calling the function from select command. You can call the functions from SQL commands or not? Yes. So then I'm calling the function from select command. Select CALC 10 20 star. So the value 10 is passed to A. Value 20 is passed to B. Star is passed to OP. So is OP equal to plus? No. OP equal to minus? No. OP equal to star? Yes. Then what is 10 into 20? 200. 200 is assigned to C. And function returns what? C. And the return value, so this function returns 200. So that 200 is selected. That means select 200. Select 200 means 200 is displayed. Yes or no? Then see this. But it is giving CALC is not a recognized built-in function. If you call like this, what SQL server is thinking that this is a predefined function. Then tell me, is it a predefined function? SQL server is assuming that this is a predefined function. Is it a predefined? No, it is user defined. So when it is user defined, compulsory it should be prefixed with schema name. What the schema name is? DBO. So DBO.calc. Next one. Okay, na? Then. So when you call the function name should be prefixed with schema name. Then example like this, what this function returns 200. Okay then. Okay then. Okay.